Today on JCM Academy Masterclass, we're going to dive into part 2 of a 3-part series and understanding what you should do in an interview. Stay tuned. I'll see you in class. Hi everyone, I'm John Seymour, serial entrepreneur, and welcome to another JCM Academy Masterclass. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. Incidentally, if you want to learn more about my masterclasses, just go to jcmacademy.eventbrite.com. My classes are only $45 a piece and $100 for the whole month, so definitely check that out. Now, when you go into an interview, I know a lot of people get uptight. You know, they feel like they have to answer questions that they're not going to know the answers to. The most important thing I want to tell you to do is to relax. When you go into an interview, just answer the questions as truthfully as you can and in a succinct way as you can. People get in trouble because they try to make an entire dissertation out of a simple answer. Now, it's always good to answer these questions in an open type method, meaning that if somebody asks you a question like, do you have experience in X? I'll usually say something like, I've had lots of experience in X and many other disciplines as well. And this gives you an in, and the person will be like, oh, well, what other areas do you have expertise in? And so you're not actually going into them, but now if they're interested, they can come back, and now you've got something to continue the conversation with. All right, so relaxing is step 1. Step 2 is to talk to the person and make sure you make eye contact. When you make eye contact with the person, smile. Answer their questions, and if you need a little more time to answer the question, a great tip is, say someone says to you, why do you feel you'd be a great fit for this position? But you still need a couple seconds to think, and you don't want to pause. Maybe say the person's name or Mr. Such and Such. I feel that I would be a great candidate to work at your company because I've had X years of experience in college. I've had 2 other internships. I have had tremendous experience in the field of whatever it is. And I also have this passion for making this type of project something that'll be outstanding and not ordinary. Now, you gave the person enough information, but you didn't let them write a book on you. And that's important. If they want more information, they're going to come back and say, hey, John, hey, Mike, hey, Brian, I'm glad that you're so passionate. I'm just curious, what other experience do you have in this industry? You know, Michael, I'm so glad you asked me. I've actually led XYZ. I've been involved with 3 other projects of this type, and you can name what they are. People want to engage with you. If you give them too much information, you're not going to allow that dialogue. That's really important. The last thing I want to share with you is when you are in an interview, okay, make sure that you have silenced your cell phones and things like that, and that you're not, looking at your watch, okay? When you go into that interview, you're in the world just with that person, and that's the only thing you should be thinking about. If you get tripped up by one of their questions, you can do something very simple as repeat the question. Mr. Johnson, I understand that you're asking me from my experience in the discipline of this. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Is there a specific niche that you wanted me to talk about? And that gives you an edge, so people can say, oh, gee, he's really thinking about it. Meanwhile, you have a chance to think about stuff in your head. Then they might come back and say, yes, I'd like to know about how you handled it when you, let's say, planned it for groups above 50 people. Oh, that definitely clarifies it for me. There were actually 4 encounters when I had that opportunity, when I planned for XYZ, and I'm just giving you an idea. Thus, treat the interview as something that is very lighthearted. I know you may want the job, you may want the internship, but be lighthearted, be playful, be respectful. And when you do that and you come off in a manner that is confident, you're not going to appear desperate, and they're probably going to call you back. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, your coach. Thank you so much for tuning in to another JCM Academy Masterclass. Be sure to like, love, support the channel, tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. Click on the subscribe button, smash the bell notification icon, so this way YouTube will serve this out to other great people that want to learn about this content. And of course, click on that PayPal button. Make the choice to buy my team and I a hot beverage, a bowl of fruit, or a savory dessert. We'll be so grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping motivational content to empower you to change your life. Are you ready for your next interview? You will be after we finish our next lesson.